Right next to you, sir.
It's an honor for me to be here with you tonight on this Lincoln Christian call against Tahlequah. This should be a really, really good game. This is one of the best prep events across the board in any sport that we have all year on the calendar. And this year's field, both from the boys and girls, are great.
Absolutely. So we're looking at the 58th annual Tournament of Champions. It is fueled by Quick Trip, and we're on downtown, if you will, at the beautiful BOK. The Lincoln Lady Bulldogs come in ranked number 3 in 4A, and this is their third straight trip to this state or to this big show, if you will, Tournament of Champions with the 6-1 record.
And, of course, they're used to playing tough competition across the board in all classes. Last year had the game against Bixby on the final day, and a big win for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that, you have 5A Tahlequah. The Lady Tigers come in with a perfect record of 7-0. They're in District 3, and they're also perfect in that district at 4-0, coming off some big wins. They beat Booker T earlier this year in a big game at the finals of their own tournament. They also have wins over Grove, Enid, McAllister, Pryor, Collinsville, and Claremore.
It's interesting this year with 5A and 6A in the districts, and I know that there will be probably some adjustments to that as they go through next year. And I think it is going to even out the records from some teams as they have to play different teams from other parts of the state.
You know, ironically, I talked to Rudy Garcia, 6A boys coach at Union, and he was talking about the districts, and he said he loves the districts. It's just hard to find the tournaments because sometimes in these tournaments around the state, you're actually in tournaments with teams that are in your district.
I would think that next year that they will make an adjustment to the number of games that can be played, which will allow some rival schools to play each other. Say the more public schools only have 2 games this year against each other, and that will allow them to play the rival schools and perhaps in another tournament because most of the 6A teams this year had to cut it down to 2.
Yeah, so Lincoln comes in tonight with a 6-1 record. Their only stumble in the season is the finals of the Veneta tournament where they fell to currently ranked number 3 Stillwell. And in that game, Lincoln was actually up 14 points and let Stillwell come all the way back. So the Bulldogs are led by Melody Stewart in her 20th year of coaching, her 10th year at Lincoln Christian. She's just had an incredible last 3 years with the 74-14 record, while Tahlequah is led by David Qualls. He's his 9th year. The last 9 years, he's won 65-55. That's 75% of the time he's winning, Mark.
That's pretty good. It's a great coaching matchup here between these two tonight. Very competitive.
Yes, so he ranks number 1 all time at Tahlequah. Their school has been to the state tournament 9 times. They have a 7-8 record, and they plan to get back again this year.
5A and 4A, both pretty good brackets.
Yes, they are.
And Bethany girls team.
Bethany beat us in the finals last year at the Big House, and again, that's the 2 teams everybody's looking at again this year in 4A.
Bethany's in a tough tournament themselves this weekend when they starts tomorrow at Mustang. You've got Sealing in that tournament. You've got Broken Arrow in that tournament, so it'll be a good test for Bethany, which lost in the Tournament of Champions in Arkansas to Fort Smith Northside.
Wow, so here's your starter. Last year's MVP, Maddie Stewart. She is the coach's daughter. What a stud she is. Got several D1 offers already. Jada Faulkner, Peyton Ray, Casey Swindoll, and then also Casey Atkinson will round out the top 5 for Lincoln. Not in the lineup tonight, Audrey Hopkins, also a D1 type girl that is down with an injury tonight. So here we go. Maddie Matthews, number 0, followed up by Taylon Dick. She wears number 2. They call her TJ. As well as number 3, Jersey Retzloff. Number 21, Jaden Buttry, the NSU commit, and then followed up by the bell cow, if you will, the big girl, Corey Rainwater, 6'1". She does everything for this team.
I was really impressed last year with Maddie Stewart. Obviously, as a freshman, to be the Tournament of Champions MVP is something you don't really see very often. And we know her mom can play a little basketball too. So
played with Jackie Stiles, SMS Final Four 04, I believe. And then how about Rainwater, already committed to Air Force. So there's some talent in the house. So we'll go left to right. Bulldogs will be on the left side here. They are in all black with crimson gold trim, and then Tahlequah looking sharp in all white, orange numbers, and black trim. I have my man Kyle Ellig on the stats with us tonight. This is going to be a fun one. Bulldogs are the defending champions in the Tournament of Champions. So Faulkner and Rainwater ready to tip it off.
We got a great crowd here tonight, too. It's just picked up as the day's gone along.
Feels like basketball, 40 degrees outside, and it finally feels like true basketball. So here we go. Buttry up top between the rings. She'll start it. Little 1-4 flat look down the right side. She goes, kicks it out. That's Matthews. Keep an eye on her. Up quick is Buttry, and she is fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
Got the ball into the post there really effectively, and just a little out of position, so she going to the free throw line.
First foul will go to Faulkner, sophomore, 6 foot. And just that quick, Buttry's on the board. 1-0 lead. Missed that one. Stewart with the board. Swindoll, far side, will come this way. Left to right. Stewart calls out what she wants. Keep an eye on her. She's going to be big time, folks. Atkinson on the far side. Ray in the corner. Back to Stewart. Looks like man-to-man for Tahlequah. They will also run a zone. And they'll run a little 2-2-1 3/4 press. And they'll use those bigs effectively. 6 foot tall post girls. Here's Ray up top. Down the left side she goes. Fires it up to Faulkner. Turns it over. That's 1 for Lincoln. Rainwater comes up with it. Up ahead to Buttry.
Tough shot.
Yes, down the lane. Off the glass with the kiss. Give her 3. 3-0 lead. That's the largest.
Tahlequah is very aware of where Stewart is. And a nice double from Rainwater. She tried to turn the corner, gets the post.
And just like that, she fires it up. The rebound's brought down by Resloff. Down the left side goes TD. And there's a charge. Casey Swindoll will take a charge almost every game.
Well, she was in good position right there by the basket, stood her ground, and the official got the right call.
So this offense for Tahlequah will run through the bigs. That'll be Buttry and Rainwater. So here is Ray up top. Again, man-to-man. Box look for the Dogs. Going to be a set into Maddie. Triple teamed on that one. Turns it over. That's 2 on the Dogs. Rainwater comes up with, I believe, her second steal.
Been really impressed with the defense so far for Tahlequah inside. They're very cognizant of where the players are for Lincoln.
Now that I'm over my fanboy, Mark Rogers, I think I can call this game.
You're doing great.
I may try to get an autograph at halftime. Here we go. Rainwater. They tried to go to her. Turnover. Tahlequah will go the other way.
Faulkner.
Atkinson, yes.
Good job of fronting the post.
Here's Swindoll, deep corner. Comes off of the screen from Maddie. There's Atkinson. Bang, bang. That's a Bulldog money ball.
It's a really good look. She had her feet set. She was ready to shoot when the ball got to her.
Kaylee does a great job, averaging 8.9. Led by Stewart, 14-3. Those will be your 2 to keep an eye on. Turnover. Swindoll comes up with it. We're going this way. Here's Maddie. Tries to turn the corner. Good defense by Tahlequah. Ball's up. Buttry comes up with it. Now we're going back towards Tahlequah's side. Rainwater down low. Shot is missed by Matthews. Maddie, 3 ball that was. Buttry at the elbow.
There's a deep 3.
That is TD. They call her Taylon Dick. She is 5'4" senior. So here we go the other way. Maddie, Peyton Ray. Where's number 5? Dogs in all black. Tahlequah in white with the orange numbers. Ray cuts to the basket. Baseline. Maddie, and she's fouled, looks like, by Buttry. Jaden.
Buttry wasn't moving her feet. Stewart got the baseline on her there. They tried to set up a little screen there, cross court for a 3 in the corner. It just quite didn't get there.
Rebound so far, 2 for Lincoln, 3 for Tahlequah. Here's a spread look off the inbound. The blob, if you will. Maddie, 3 ball, downtown. Rebound. Buttry tips it to Rainwater. Up ahead. This is Resloff. Qualls does a great job with this squad. There's a 3 ball, no good. Maddie comes up with it. Maddie averages 8.4 rebounds. Peyton Ray, 15-footer. That ball is short. Up ahead. Here comes Taylon. Cross court to Resloff. We have played almost 4 minutes in this first quarter.
Playing
3-3.
Playing this big stage, maybe a little jitters, not used to playing in an arena that's this big.
That's what I noticed in the 4 o'clock girls game. Verdigris was having a hard time with depth reception, and 18,000 seat arena. They try to block off the top, but this lower bowl's got a nice crowd in it. Just nobody on the end zones.
Love this building. Really is.
It's
a great
beautiful,
place
isn't
for
it?
concert or an event. It's awesome.
Congratulations to Oklahoma City with a new arena.
Yeah, excited about that.
So there you go, just like that. Resloff on the board. I believe they're 2 for 2 from the line, if my numbers are right. Resloff for a second. They have the lead at 4-3. She got it.
It's a good place to get comfortable if you're having a hard time with the environment, is to step to the free throw line and get some confidence going.
Absolutely. So here we go. Over a little ball handoff. Here's Ray. Backdoor to Mad Dog. Throws it up. She's fouled. Give her 2. And she'll go to the line.
Strong finish. Great catch. They knew she was going to be contested. Fundamentals were solid. And she gets the layup off glass and goes to the free throw line for the +1.
Set play. And here comes Hallie Kitchen, senior. Dogs have 2 seniors. This is a senior-heavy Tahlequah team as well. So that makes it 6-5. Dogs back in front by 1. Halfway home in the first. TD. There's your 1-4 high look. Buttry turned. It looked like she might have traveled, but they call a tie-up. We'll go the other way.
Active hands there. Not to foul, to get the tie-up. Good defense. We'll go the other way.
Man-to-man still for Tahlequah. Haven't seen any type of pressure here as far as full court or 3-court. Into the game is a freshman, and that is Jayla. Good-looking kid, as well as Kitchen.
You would think with the size inside that Tahlequah has that they might want to try to play the game in a little slower tempo, so we'll see. I'm sure that Coach Qualls will try to do some things to manipulate the tempo at times.
Here's Rainwater working hard on the post. Downtown, 3-ball, no good. Rebound on the far side, that's Resloff. Casey with the rebound will come this way. Peyton Ray ahead. Jayla. Trying to turn the corner, kicks it out. Swindoll. Coach Stewart wants them to be patient. They're running their offense to perfection. This is just a straight motion, man-to-man defense. Tahlequah has a little bit of a size advantage. Turnover on Ray. That's the 3rd. She leads the team in assists. So far, Tahlequah is 1 for 6, 0 for 3 on threes. Into the big, she scores. Rainwater, 2.
Rainwater got that basket on the post up. Really had a really strong post up. Teammates got it to her drop step for 2.
Atkinson, far side. Right in front of the floor seats. Kitchens tries to go down that left side, and looks like there's a foul.
Got her on the arm. What do you think of the new rules this season with the 5 fouls in a quarter?
Great question. I have mixed emotions. Sometimes I think it speeds it up. Sometimes I think it slows it down. We're talking about the double bonus at 5 each quarter.
I like the element of the 1-and-1 late in the game. It gives teams a chance to potentially get back in the game by strategically using those 3 fouls.
Yes.
But I do think it speeds up the game somewhat. And it forces teams to be a little more careful.
You definitely keep an eye on the foul count each quarter. So here we go. Tahlequah's ball. Full court pressure by the Dogs. Now they're pointing the other way. Coach Stewart was already calling a blob, a set play. And Tahlequah stepped out. So
well, hey, if
Buttry was ahead of us.
Hand the ball to Buttry, I mean, she'll take it.
Absolutely. Here we go. Up top, Kitchens, senior. Looks like they're in a 2-3 out of this inbounds. Rainwater. Jayla turns over her left shoulder. No good. Short. Buttry comes up with it.
It's a good contest by Rainwater. Played solid defense. Kept her hand straight up.
Buttry, you see the big brace on her left knee. She's had a knee surgery. NSU commit. Senior. They talk about her. She plays hard and she plays smart. Good length. Again, everything offensively will try to run through Rainwater and Buttry. And everything on this end will run through Stewart. 7-6, 2:06 to go, first quarter. Ray to check back in. There she is. Winner of this gets Sapulpa. Man.
And that, of course, Lincoln has played in the Sapulpa tournament, so those two teams are familiar with each other.
Played the last 2 years in this tournament and then also at the Lincoln tournament, which will be the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And that's a neat tournament. It's really grown in popularity and some large schools in that thing and very competitive. Loser of this will get Riverside. Buttry down the right side, fires it up off the glass. She got it. Give it to her. She's got 5.
She's really crafty around the basket, too. Those aren't easy looks off glass, but she's made a couple.
9-6, lead is 3. Trying to make something happen inside here. Freshman inside, Jayla. Posting up hard on Rainwater. Here's Ray up top. Again, Jayla's open. Rainwater is working hard. She's a heck of a discus thrower as well, Mark Rainwater. She was in the state finals last year. I believe finished 6th. How about that entry right there from Kitchens to the freshman, Jayla?
Great move inside. She didn't get too far under the basket. She was able to go up for the score.
So back to work. Here comes Talon. Left side. That's Carson Gilbert off the bench. One of the top 7 girls for Tahlequah. Crossover. Stewart, right hand. Got it.
That was nasty. Great crossover moves, get right to the basket. 4 quick ones for Lincoln.
10-9. Back to Lincoln. Under a minute. Next game will be Owasso boys and the Metro Christian boys. This is Lincoln's first lead.
They cranked up the intensity a little bit on defense there and forced that turnover. Nobody on the receiving end of the pass. And so Lincoln's on a little run.
A little bit of size in here with Jada and Jayla. 1-4 high look here. Make it a box set. Be a set play off of this. Here's Stewart off the down screen from the big. Nice cut, Stewart, bucket.
There's definitely some ways to attack the zone, the short corner, and a nice cut into the middle of the lane. Didn't even see her coming.
Maddie has 7, if my numbers are right. Oh, inside. That's Rainwater. She's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. So that's 4 fouls on each side. That was a shooting foul, so Rainwater to the line.
Think we're going to escape the first quarter without the bonus?
It's going to be close. Back to check in is Paisley Qualls, daughter of the head coach.
If you are a big post, you want to be able to make sure you can go to the line and knock these shots down, and Rainwater certainly has great form at the free throw line.
Yeah, and Tahlequah is 4 for 4 from the line. And just like that, my man Kyle Ellig, my stat guy, gave me that number.
I jinxed it.
And I did too. My goodness. Here comes Stewart. Under 20 seconds. It's 12-10 Lincoln. Ray on the far side. Coach Stewart calling out a set here. Man-to-man for Tahlequah as we finish up this quarter. Stewart in the corner. Spins back over her right shoulder. Throws it up, bucket.
What a move. That's something else.
So, folks, that's your MVP from last year. Now she's a sophomore, and she's off to a great start with, I believe, 9 points.
It's a big run for the Bulldogs.
14-10 as we close out the first quarter. You're watching the 58th Tournament of Champions, fueled by Quick Trip. We'll be right back.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
At Krotz, Lori & Associates, our dedication to superior client service continues to drive our pursuit to provide the highest quality service. We are committed to providing close, personal attention to our clients and take pride in giving you the assurance that the help you receive comes from years of advanced training, technical experience, and financial acumen. We are not your ordinary bean counters. Call us today and find out what makes us different. 405-848-2200 or visit us at krotzcpa.com.
Welcome back to the start of the second quarter. Bulldogs in front 14-10 over the Tahlequah Tigers. Little 1-4 high look here for Tahlequah. They like to cross the bigs. Here we go. Buttry to the corner. That's Qualls. Back up top to TD. Big ball screens by Rainwater. She's going to set them all over the place. In preparing for this, they run a lot of good sets.
And you have to follow her off the screen because she can end up getting a great post.
There she was again with a one up top. That one goes in and out. Kitchens comes up with it, and we'll go the other way.
Lincoln's done a great job on the offensive and on the defensive glass, keeping Tahlequah on that size limited to one shot.
Talked about the one silver ball for Tahlequah. That was back in 2021. They lost to Sapulpa, who's also in this tournament, 58-49. They have expectations of getting back. Tournaments like